Hi everyone, I'm Alex and I'm the hands behind Lovecraft Crochet. My plushies are for the anxious, depressed, autistic, and neurodivergent. Small enough to travel in a purse, backpack, diaper bag, or even your pocket. You can check out my Facebook page or TikTok to see what patterns are available and stay tuned for the new ones coming out. I also make hats, scarves, blankets, and dice bags for the tabletop gamer or dice goblin in your life. Feel free to order through the page, TikTok DMs, or via email at love.craft.crochet@gmail.com. Now, on to the segment.
Urban legends, missing heaven, hookman coming for you, missing 15 minutes. AJ wrote it, Sammy reads it, Mothman's flying at you, missing 15 minutes.
Welcome back to Mything 15 Minutes, the podcast where folklore gets spooky before your coffee even cools. I'm Sam Rossi, reading a script by the guy that just brought me coffee, which are lies, AJ Carey. Sounded good.
What's really funny is when I wrote that, I literally added that line in when we were supposed to record.
Because you had brought me coffee.
Exactly.
Today we're heading into the Appalachian Mountains, a region rich in history, haunted by hardship, and brimming with eerie tales. Eerie legends. Tales count too.
True.
Basically, if America has a haunted forest DLC, it's Appalachia. Although it is far older than even flowering plants, so America is the Appalachia expansion pack. I can see it, but I don't know. The Appalachian region stretches from New York down to Alabama, with rugged mountains, dense forests, and communities often isolated for generations. If you would like to hear more about that, there's an episode, which is our first episode of Randomly 15 Minutes, with me and Megan Claude Nicky.
Shout out to Megan.
That isolation preserved folklore, blending Native American traditions, European superstitions, and local experiences. Translation: the perfect recipe for ghost stories and monsters lurking in forest. It's a place where oral storytelling thrived and where strange lights, shadowy figures, and unsettling encounters became part of cultural memory. One of the Appalachian legends is the Wampus Cat. Said to be a half-woman, half-cat creature born from a cursed Cherokee tale. It stalks the woods with glowing eyes, and I worry that the furry community, when they hear about the potential anthro,
Yes.
stalking the woods, it just assures me this joke is mildly humorous.
If said properly, yes.
I worry about the furry community when they hear about the potential anthro stalking the woods. Another is the Flatwoods Monster, reported in West Virginia in 1952. A tall, alien-like creature with glowing eyes and a spade-shaped head. You at home may know it from the fact every depiction shows it wearing a dress. But this just proves West Virginia doesn't need aliens. The mountains are already weird enough. AJ also says we'll discuss this more in its own episode just from popularity.
I mean, it's true. The Flatwoods Monster is one of those if you are interested in alien abductions, you have at least seen the picture, the drawing of it.
Yes,
because it is wearing a dress.
It is wearing a dress.
In fact, Cuddly Cryptids had a great meme about it, where it's, oh my god, thanks, it has pockets.
That does also open up that many of the creatures seen in what can be Appalachia don't inherently tingle the old gods of Appalachia sense. like the skunk apes or even the Flatwood Monsters. Yeah.
Like when you think, oh man, there's monsters in Appalachia, you think of something like, you know, a 20-foot deer-headed god that has all the skin ripped off of it. All you see is the dripping sinew and the green glow in its eyes. And it says, "You got tree fitty?"
And here I was actually going to think you were going to mention, you were going to actually quote something from the first episode of Old Gods of Appalachia.
I've actually still never listened to it.
You've never listened? Oh my God, you need to listen to it. It's fucking amazing.
You say that, and you still want me to also DM the Old Gods of Appalachia role-playing game.
I want to do that.
You
Anyways.
will. Playing over 15 minutes is going to happen in a brand new format.
The Appalachians also carry ghost stories tied to hardship, coal mining disasters, Civil War battles, and the isolated tragedies left their mark. Towns whisper of phantom miners still trapped underground. Nothing says welcome to the neighborhood like hearing your new basement is haunted by a coal miner who won't stop coughing. I'd kill myself for that one. The fact that ours walk around and make shit creep bothers the shit out of me.
That is actually a one of the people. That is actually a ghost story of.
I'm not surprised.
Someone had a coughing ghost, and honestly, I would kill myself all over again if I was. Man, you're a ghost. You are undead. You are now trapped in this location for whatever reason. You know what your thing is? You cough. You have a cough. You have black lung in the afterlife.
That is such bullshit.
What did he do?
What? Well, really? What did he do to have that type of punishment? And this is why I like I like going with the Greek gods or the Roman gods, where we have 3 levels. We got Tartarus.
Yes, but you have Tartarus, the Elysian Fields, and. Anyways, the point is that
what is the other one?
You also, if you want to go with the Greek and Roman gods, you also get, man, you pissed me off, I'm gonna turn you into a spider, or man, you're hot, I'm gonna fuck you as a swan.
Yes, one of those was Zeus. I don't know. No, the spider one was Athena.
Yes, because Arachne was
a better weaver than her.
Yes.
See, I know these things. All right. Anyways, sorry. There are also tales of the Brown Mountain Lights in North Carolina, mysterious glowing orbs that float above the ridges. Explanations range from swamp gas to alien activities to spirits of lost travelers. Or, bored ghosts with lanterns. They actually mentioned this one, not by name, in Old Gods of Appalachia, because of the coal mine, the kids that were killed in the coal mines. They would be carrying lanterns to go wreak havoc on coal mine companies that were still employing kids.
Cool.
Sorry.
No, that's...
More recently, the internet has amplified stories like the Not Deer, an uncanny creature that looks like a deer but moves unnaturally. There's next week's episode. That's next week's episode, in fact. But think Bambi's evil twin, or maybe an extension of the Skinwalker legends. Who knows? These modern legends show how Appalachian folklore evolves, mixing tradition with digital storytelling, while still rooted in the eerie feeling of being alone in the mountains. So yes, we are fans of Old Gods of Appalachia, and even are going to have to run the table game if AJR Forever at DM gets enough time to get back into making campaigns to do so. Folklorists, I got it this time, note that these stories reflect the landscape itself. Beautiful but dangerous, familiar but mysterious. They serve as warnings, entertainment, and a way to explain the unexplainable. And personally, if you ever had to drive through the Appalachian Mountains, you'll know what we mean. Brilliantly terrifying. Yeah.
It is, and it's actually one of the fun facts about where I can easily see it, even just being in the Appalachian Plateau that we live in.
Yeah. Or the Catskills.
Or the Catskills.
We were in White Plains, and White Plains, New York, has the anti-Sasquatch killing.
Are we going to cover that episode at one point?
We discussed that in our the original Bigfoot episode where I wrote it and you read it. We didn't like it that much.
However, we will be, once we find that notebook again, we will be, actually, we still have the audio for that, don't we?
We have the audio.
So that's going to be up on our Patreon.
It actually already is.
Well, that's perfect for you guys then. $5 gets you all the unedited content of Mything 15 minutes, Killing 15 minutes, Blanking 15 minutes, Randomly 15 minutes, anything else that we have lying around like the original. Oh, and it gives you Overkilling 15 minutes. That is where we try and be real podcasters and take a thing that we've covered on Killing 15 minutes and make it 14 hours long.
True story. Whether it's glowing orbs, ghostly miners, or monsters in the trees, Appalachia reminds us that folklore isn't.
Take two.
Whether it's glowing orbs, ghostly miners, or monsters in the trees, Appalachia reminds us that folklore isn't just about fear. It's about the power of the stories to survive and adapt.
And that's very true. What do you think about Appalachia as a whole? We're not going into specifics.
Appalachia as a whole is beautiful. I love the, I do love, the folklore, the stories that come out of it. Because another one is the Hatfields and McCoy.
Well,
they were in the Appalachians.
They were. That's true.
So that's how it started, is the folklore portion of it.
Well, it's all folklore.
Oh, no, they've actually proved that there was an actual fight.
Well, yes, there's always an actual fight.
How it came about is where you get the folklore.
But that's all actually partially where I think the Appalachians is very interesting, because you did have it where it was a mountainous region that even early settling kind of was hardship. So you do have families that are generationally segregated from the rest of everything.
Right. There's still people, what was it? They found a family in either the Appalachians or the Rockies. I really want to say the Appalachians, where they didn't know the Civil War had ended.
Oh yeah, that was the Appalachians. And even if you don't look at the weird shit, like how much inbreeding was going on in there, because you had, very limited
outside people.
Yeah. But the point is that I think the biggest reason that everyone outside of Appalachia has a very, focused view of it is because that's actually where more of the redneck idea, like the redneck unlearned yokel, comes from.
Right.
More so than when post-Civil War it did become a southern, a southern thing. But it was originally because of the Appalachians. Mm-hmm. And redneck used to be a slang for working class, but that's not the point. The point is that also same thing with blue collar was actually because coal miners had blue collar. So
yeah.
Anyways, the point is Appalachia has always been really fascinating to me on an anthropological
societal level. Yeah, I agree with that.
Societal, anthropological, Paleolithic, because it's fucking old.
It is. It is the oldest mountain range in the U.S.
It is.
I think it's the oldest mountain range in the
I believe
North America.
I think it might be one or two of globally, because if I remember rightly, it was there forever. It's actually one of the reasons why a lot of people go, "Oh, the reason it's haunted on the pseudo side of the pseudo world." They turn around and go, "Hey, the reason that the Appalachians are the most haunted place on the planet is they are so old that they have caught the entire memories of the world." Which sounds really cool. It is weird how much, because of horror and because of folklore and the rise of podcasting, even, I would argue, is what made it become romanticized so much.
I can see what you're talking about, but not just podcasting. We have had like 4 or 5 episodes of Criminal Minds. They're on the trails. We've had episodes of people doing we're going to go in this old church that's been here for this many years in the middle of fucking nowhere.
You're right. I should have just said more the digital age.
Okay.
Has romanticized Appalachia.
I agree.
More than just, it's a bunch of dumbass hicks.
Correct.
Most people just like saying, "Oh, that part's in Virginia. Clearly that's where the dumbass hicks are. Everything else is